Good evening. Hope is on the horizon for a long neglected part of Niagara Falls.
And that hope is in the form of a redevelopment and restoration plan some 2 years in the making. A company has purchased 38 properties, 21 of which are located along the city's Main Street corridor. That includes the old Jen's department store building, which is an iconic part of the old shopping district in the Falls. The company is called Blue Cardinal Capital. It's behind this acquisition and involves 200,000 square feet of space to be developed and 2 acres of vacant land.
We were attracted to the fact that the Robert Moses was being removed and this neighborhood was going to become park frontage, and attracted by the fact that the train station had been recently renovated and really could become a centerpiece for the neighborhood.
Having the opportunity to reinvest in underinvested neighborhoods close to home and get a tax advantage for doing so, it's just very, very attractive, and I think it's going to create sources of capital in places in the heartland.
Well, business owners in the Cataract City have been holding out hope for a revitalization plan like this for decades. 7 Eyewitness News reporter Ed Riley takes us into the Western New York development zone.
Niagara Falls is a ghost town. We need to fix up a lot of things that's here.
We were afraid of walking down the streets anymore.
For over 2 decades, North Main Street in Niagara Falls has been lined with boarded up, empty properties in disrepair, making it almost hard to believe that at one point this was a very active business district.
And down this street, there were so many shops.
Many of the empty buildings were owned by Richard Hastings.
This should be all taken down, all of it. Every bit of it.
Ronald Cody Jr. also owns a building on Main Street and said falling bricks from one of the Hastings properties ruined his building's roof.
I got a hole in the back. That whole part of the buildings eventually needs to come down.
A lot of people don't even know that we're here because so many of the other buildings are just vacant.
For 26 years, Linda's Main Street Cafe has tried to hang on, even though it has these empty buildings right next door and a large boarded up Hastings property across the street.
There's not a lot of traffic down here because, you know, there's really not much to bring people in.
But there might finally be hope. City officials announced that Blue Cardinal Capital has purchased 38 of Hastings parcels, including 21 on Main Street. And that opens the door for redevelopment of properties like the old Jen's department store.
This is a project that has been a long time in the works.
It's one of those projects that people thought was never going to get done.
For people sick of the eyesores, hopes are now soaring that North Main Street will see a turnaround.
I really hope so. I hope nobody just brought it just to leave it sitting the same way they got it.
Blue Cardinal says its first order of business is to start an immediate capital maintenance program to stabilize the buildings. In Niagara Falls, Ed Riley, 7 Eyewitness News.
We have another development story that we're following for you tonight. Here is a first look. Look at this at the new North Town Plaza, which will